Audiobook titled Psychology of Happiness. The Journey is now available to everyone by Juan Moisés de la Serna. Narrated by Subhash Chander. Publisher TekTime. Forward. To talk about happiness means talking about an illusion, a goal in life, something very desirable but at the same time ephemeral. At least if you are referring to the idealized happiness sold through commercials, television or radio. But happiness is much more than achieving a desired goal in particular. It is a daily effort to maintain that state, otherwise what would be the purpose of achieving happiness if we have to lose it afterwards? In this book you will find the latest investigations related to happiness and the answers to what it is and how to achieve it. You will also find what happens if you don't achieve happiness and what happens when the inconveniences and barriers to achieving happiness appear. It will all be explained in a clear and simple way in order to offer you an enriching experience that will be able to help you in your personal search for achieving happiness. But a happiness that will be real, possible and attainable and above all lasting. Surely many times very happy you have been, but have you ever thought why did it happen? And why day after day we are never happy? Why is it difficult for us to smile or make our brother happy? Searching for an answer, roads I have traveled, I have asked many, no one has defined it. Happiness, they answer, I don't know where it will come from, but I know I am happy. Someone will say so. Yes, I already know that. To that one I have replied, but tell me why. I don't know, he has spoken. Happiness sometimes it's hard to find because we are demanding and we don't want to stop. It is a quiet moment that can be breathed playing with a child or looking at the white sea. It is only those moments that you may remember when you become overwhelmed and cannot rest. Happiness is that what cannot be touched, a smile, a kiss, and I love you truly. It is always thinking about the other, selfishness forget, make an effort to smile and think of others. Dedicated to my parents. Index. Chapter 1. The Emotion of Happiness. Chapter 2. Discovering Happiness. Chapter 3. Neuronal Basis of Happiness. Chapter 4. Searching for Happiness. Chapter 5. The Benefits of Happiness. Chapter 6. When Happiness Does Not Arrive. Conclusions. Chapter 1. The Emotion of Happiness. The first thing we need to know about happiness is that it is an emotion. Emotions are part of life whether we are aware of it or not. They are present in each and every action and decision taken, hence the importance of studying them. Among emotion theorists, there are two perspectives. Those who consider emotion as a univocal and inseparable concept that includes both positive and negative affect in a continuum, and those who consider it to be a multidimensional concept composed of cognitive, behavioral, and physiological elements. Emotion can be considered as a particular state experienced by a subject which allows him to perceive and respond to the environment as a kind of arousal. Simplifying, one could consider three possible states: the positive, joy or happiness, the neutral, indifference, and the negative, sadness, displeasure, or unhappiness. Therefore, emotion would be a way of perceiving and responding to the environment. When a state becomes chronic, it is considered to be a trait of personality, that is, the individual turns it into their usual way of responding to internal or external stimulation. When chronic emotional states get out of adjustment, abnormal deviations of emotional processing appear, ranging from the accentuation of anxious or phobic traits to pathologies such as generalized anxiety disorder or major depression disorder. Another approach to emotion is to consider it as an adaptive procedure of cognitive, physiological, and behavioral reaction to environmental or internal stimulation, which can be positive or negative. For those reasons, one can state that emotion has an impact in thoughts as well as in the organism and in behavior. The processing of emotion can be divided in two: emotional perception and emotional experience. The first one involves a low-level cognitive processing where the emotional stimulus is perceived and evaluated, while the second involves a high-level cognitive processing where the perception is contextualized and interpreted according to previous experience.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?